Okay, we're back. We just tried this. It definitely cut off on me, but we're gonna try take two. It's your boy Eric again, young god with no tape up coming from the Orange Dungeon. And we got a special guest, man. Introduce yourself one more time.
My name is Ebony. I'm 17 years old and I'm a pop singer from Toronto.
Okay. Yeah, she said she's 17. I thought she was grown, but she's really young. So shout out to her. When it cut off, you were telling me what you're mixed with. Can you run that by me again?
Yeah, okay, so my mom's dad is Jamaican and her mom is native Indian and my dad's Antiguan.
Okay. And you were saying what was Antique again? What was that?
It's like a small island. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's like close to Barbados. It's like really small.
Do
So,
you when you were growing up with Jamaica? Do you grow up with like was there like full Jamaicans in your house, or was everybody else half Jamaican also?
um, it was just my dad, mom, and my younger sister. So
Okay, so can you do you have like a I guess like a Jamaican accent, or do you speak patois?
I do speak Patois. I'm not going to do it, so please, because do not.
I personally I have a fascination with Jamaicans. I feel like Jamaican culture is just really cool and interesting to me. You growing up in it, do you find it also cool, or you just really don't care about it?
I find it cool.
You do
I,
find it cool. Do you like reggae music or dancehall?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
I like reggae music. I grew up listening to a lot of reggae and soca.
Uh,
So,
is that something you want to do in the future, like make reggae music?
um, I would be interested in making reggae music. I think my music now kind of has that like dance vibe, so that
Okay.
has something to do with it.
Okay. Well, you also grew up in Toronto, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, coming from somebody from America, looking at Toronto, it seems just like an extension of America. So, can you just explain how Toronto is?
Um, Toronto. Toronto is very there's a lot of nice people. It's very friendly. There's a lot of like you get a lot of different cultures. That's what I love about Toronto. Like when you come to Toronto, you meet different people like from different sides of the world or parts of the world, and it's just really amazing. Like to be in Toronto, like you'd honestly love it if you came here. Like it's just like the feeling, like especially like downtown Toronto, like it's amazing. Like I don't really know how to explain it. Like it's just like amazing. Like anyone who would come to Toronto would love it, honestly. Like there's just so much to do.
Okay. And also before we get into your music, I also wanted to ask you this. I was looking through your Instagram, and I seen you have really nice hair. So I feel like females are gonna watch this, and they probably want to know, uh, how do you take care of your hair? What do you put in your hair? What do you do with it?
How do I take care of my hair? I'm actually really bad at that.
You're bad at
Like
taking care of your hair.
I'm going to be honest with you, like I love washing my hair. But like when it comes to like cuz I have really curly hair, like when it comes to combing my hair, like I really don't know how to handle it. So I literally use like a bunch of conditioner. Like that's literally all I use. Like conditioner is like my best friend when it comes to my hair. Like literally.
Well, I'll give you a nice little pro tip. Silk is really healthy for your hair, so I rock these little bonnets right here at night because it's really healthy. So might as well throw on the bonnet since we got it out. I do need tape up, but I will recommend the bonnet. So shout out to the. Do you wear bonnets?
No, I don't.
Just your sleep. I don't know why you don't. It's really healthy for your hair.
I know. And I heard about it too, but like I don't know. Like I never tried it.
I don't know if it's like an American. Do people wear?
My grandma wears it.
Oh, so it's not just an American thing.
No, my grandma wears it. I just never really like looked into it for myself.
Okay, well, you should definitely do that. But tell us, how did you get into making music?
I actually started singing at a very young age. Like I started out singing around the house, and one day my mom heard me singing. She's like, "Ebony, sing that note again." So I started singing, and she's like, "Wow!" Like, and the thing is, like, um, I've always wanted to be like out there in the center of attention, so I would do anything to do like be in the center of attention. So like even growing up, like being in sports, like I'd be on like the soccer field like singing, or like be in class like in my old like in my own world like singing. Like I've always been like that. So my mom found out about this contest at the Scene. I don't think you're familiar with that. It's like a Toronto like amusement park that they have in the summertime, and they were having a contest. And what you had to do was you had to upload a YouTube video of you doing like singing a song. So I picked a song that I was in love with, which was Keisha Cole Love, and I uploaded it on YouTube. And my mom videotaped me singing it, and it actually got like over 100K views. Like it was like crazy. Like it blew up. And then people were like, "Hey, like, can you do a cover to this song?" So I started doing covers on YouTube, and they were ranging like over 200K, like 300K. So I was getting like a lot of like a huge fan base on YouTube. And then I started writing music around the age of like 9, 10, and then I went in the studio and I started recording, and I started making my like own music videos to like my own songs, and I started releasing them on YouTube. And then I kind of took a break from YouTube, and I just started recording more and focusing on my writing. And then I got into SoundCloud. So that's really kind of how like I started out. It was like a very long road to where I am now. So it's like, yeah.
Well, you're doing all this stuff. Are you still in like school? Are you in public school or no?
Yes, I'm in grade 12, so this is my final year of high school.
So when you go to school, people are like, "Oh, it's the famous Ebony," or no, people don't give you attention.
Um, Believe it or not, like my fan base isn't in Toronto. Like I have like obviously like I have like friends here who are like, "Hey, like Ebony, like check out my friend Ebony, she sings," or like stuff like that. Like people who know me for singing, but I don't really have like a fan base in Toronto. Like I think it was like the first like I don't know, like this was like 2 days ago was like the first time I seen like someone came up to me at school and was like, "Hey, I like listened to your music," and I was like, "Wow, that's cool." Because like no, like I feel like awkward because like even like I don't know if you know this, but like your final year of high school, everyone's like, "Oh, what do you want to be like when you're done high school?" Like, and I'm just like, a singer, and then but people don't really know, so it's just like it felt good to have someone be like, "Hey, like I listened to your music." So people don't really listen to me.
You never feel like a little entitled, like a teacher's like, "Hey, you gotta turn this homework tomorrow." And you're like, "Bitch, I'm Ebony." Like you never like, "Hey, bitch, I ain't doing nothing." You ever never feel like that?
Okay, like I've had okay, like I've had moments where I'm like when it's like, "Okay, you have to do homework," and I'm like, "Homework? Like I don't have time for homework." Like I've actually had those moments like and like yeah, I've had those moments. Like even if I don't do my homework, like and I know I'm supposed to do it, it's just like you can't go to a teacher and be like, "Hey, like I was in the studio all night." Because you know how teachers are, they're like, you could have done it after school. Like, what's your excuse? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, no. So I just like keep quiet. I'm just like, ugh. I actually try to juggle school and music, and it's really hard.
I mean, you should just come out and just say, be like, "Hey, listen here, you poor teacher. I'm making money out here. I don't have time to do your little stupid homework." And maybe they'll understand. Maybe. But what song did you like put out that you were like, "Wow," like this, and it started getting attention? You were like, "Wow," I probably, because I'm pretty sure when you first started making music, it wasn't always just like kabam, you know. Even though when you say you put out the video, it had a lot of views. But what song did you first put out, and it like started basically like getting popular?
Um, I would say my song "Time" that I released on SoundCloud, and I think it was my third release. It was my third release on SoundCloud, and I gained a lot of traction after, like from Time. And like even now, like Time is still like one of like my best songs. So I would definitely say like Time is like the song that I would say like put me on.
Is that your favorite song you ever made?
Um, it's one of them, yeah. Like my favorite song that I've ever made like always changes like throughout like the day. Like it all depends on my mood, to be honest.
Well, the first time I ever heard of you, I heard your song, uh, the "What You Want" song, and I know you were talking about what you say, she lost a bad bitch, and you were just talking or whatnot. And it makes me think, are these songs based off real relationships, or are they just things you come up in your head?
Um, okay, so What You Want was actually written like a while ago, but it's actually it's it's based off of how I felt before in a relationship, but it's also based off of what I see. Like I've like seen like I have friends like I've been in like positions where I'm like hanging out with my friends and they're like, "Hey, like can you believe this dude did this?" And I'm like, "Really?" Like, "Wow." And then like when I heard that beat, like it just made me think of that topic and I'm like, "I need to write about this." Because like this is something that happens like all the time. So, that's kind of like it was about me, but it was also about what I've seen and what I've heard too.
So are you one of the girls that you know how females now think of days like all niggas ain't shit? Are you one of those females?
um,
I'm gonna take that as a yes because you have to think about it.
so I wouldn't really say I think like I mean other niggas ain't shit, but like I'm in a relationship, so
So niggas ain't shit except him.
accept him.
That is a fact. Okay, well, speaking about you being in a relationship, when you know you're blowing up and dudes are gonna naturally just try to get to you, do you think that's gonna be a thing your relationship is kind of gonna mess you guys up?
Um, do I think it's going to mess us up?
Well, just in the sense of like, you know, when you get famous, more people know you and more people seem to like you and talk to you. I would imagine that would make him feel some type of ways. So, how would you balance that?
He's an artist as well, so we kind of have that like understanding, like with one another, that like okay, like this is like the career we want. This is what's going to happen. Like we need to trust one another and be strong, and this is what we're going to do. Like I don't. It doesn't really affect my relationship, to be honest, and I don't think it would affect my relationship because we kind of built that trust with one another.
Okay.
So
Well,
and understanding.
okay. Well, where do you see yourself 10 years from now, in the future?
10 years from now, successful. I want mm, iconic. I want to be like I want to be worldwide. To be honest, I see myself being worldwide. That's really like it. To be honest, like worldwide, like everything that comes with being a worldwide artist. So shows, winning awards, being nominated for awards, um, my album, like having like my own album, like an actual album out, and yeah, that's really where I see myself.
Okay. Well, I was talking about you with the site that I'm on, the KTT site, and you got a lot of positive feedback. 240 FPS said tell her Killing Roses was fire, and I'm looking forward to Mood Ring. So shout out to him for that. And yeah, that's about it, really. Anything you have to say before we get out of here?
My EP will be releasing end of March, so I'm really excited for that, and I hope people are looking out for it.
All right. Well, I think that's it. We're going to end it here, and y'all already know I say.